Alright, so for this episode, I want to talk about a couple news that I heard this week. One is the controversial firing of Spite from Yammie Noob YouTube channel. And then the second topic is cancellation of the Evo Sportsters from the Harley Davidson lineup once and for all. So without further ado, let's get going. Alright, so let's get on to the topic of Yammie Noob firing Spite from their channel. Now, for those who don't know what I'm talking about and don't have a clue on what Yammie Noob YouTube channel is, then go ahead and skip this segment here because it's not going to pertain to you at all. So, what happened was that this week on the Yammie Noob YouTube channel, Yammie released a video that looked like a clickbait that said why they had to let Spite go. And I 100% thought it was going to be clickbait, but then the description clearly said this is not clickbait, which I hate when YouTubers do this, just to say it's not clickbait and it turns out to be clickbait. But regardless, I clicked on it and started watching, and it turns out it was an actual serious video. And it starts off with Papa Yammie, or whatever he calls himself. For this video, I'm just going to call him Yammie. So the video starts off with Yammie at a desk where he is super serious. He's looking at his laptop and he tells the viewers that he's going to read some of the stuff that he has already pre-written down because he doesn't want to get any of the words wrong, which already indicated to me that this guy is probably being advised by a legal counsel or something like that, so that he doesn't say anything that is wrong that might cause him to get sued or something like that by Spite. Who knows? I don't know. But it just showed the gravity of the information that he's about to tell us. So at this point I was like, okay, maybe this isn't so much of a clickbait. Then this video turns really weird where he explains why he had to let go of Spite. And the reasoning behind it is so fucked up. So essentially what happened was Yammie Noob started his YouTube channel as a hobby, and he was doing what he enjoyed, which was talking about motorcycles and covering topics about motorcycles that made it fun for him and fun as a content creator to post things like this on YouTube. And then as his popularity picked up, he started to turn that into more of a business, and he explains that many times throughout his channel, and anything or whatever decisions that he makes is because of the business. Now, this is where it gets a little bit controversial because he talks about how much this business that he started to run started to become not fun for him because he's always behind the desk working out the numbers while Spite is out there doing all the fun stuff, which is bike reviews and going to press conferences and stuff like that. And this was stuff that Yammie was starting to get jealous of, it seems like. So then what he ended up doing was he hired an executive for the channel, like a CFO, to handle all the business finances so that Yammie has enough time to actually start doing more motorcycle reviews and attend motorcycle press events, so he can be the one that's actually on a motorcycle for the first time for the channel. I mean, so far that's a pretty cool decision to make, but then he starts moving on to say that his new task was basically mimicking what Spite does for the channel, and that it was redundant, which was kind of weird because you would think that if Spite was there on the channel for the last, I don't know, 3 to 4 years, that actually helped him grow to 1 million subscribers, you would think sharing the load and both having fun will give each other a bit more freedom outside of the channel. But he called it redundant, and therefore he used that as a decision factor of letting Spite go because, again, he reiterates that it's a business. So at that point I was already kind of annoyed, should I say, or a bit upset for Spite, because at this point of the video you don't actually get to see how Spite reacted or how he is doing. But then the video then transitions into this super awkward exit interview with Yammie and Spite at a desk in front of a camera, where Yammie is asked questions to Spite in the most awkward way possible about the decision that he made of letting Spite go. And that was the most awkward thing to watch, and it wasn't even comical, it was just super weird. I really felt bad for Spite because you can tell by watching Spite's expression, he didn't want to be there. The guy just got fired, and you are making him on his last day talk about his feelings, and I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. And at the end, Yammie goes on and says, oh, let's go support Spite's YouTube channel, which everyone should support because he's got a great YouTube channel. And at the time it was only like, I think it was like 2,000 subscribers. What the fuck is wrong with my mirror? Ah! It's loose. Ah, look at it. Okay, where was I? So then Yammie starts telling his viewers to go and subscribe to Spite's channel and let let's bring him up to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the day, like as if he has his own army. Now, rightfully so, everyone should support Spike's channel, not because Yammie told you to do so, but because he's a good guy. Like, he's a very fun content creator, and I look forward to his future videos because he's a very good reviewer, and his points are always down to earth that I can relate to. And within that first 24 hours, his channel goes from like 2,000 to like 48,000 subscribers, which is awesome. But the credit should not be given to Yammie telling his viewers to go subscribe to his channel, the guy who he just fired. Like, oh my god. And in the middle of it, I think he also goes into details of his financials, like how he can't afford having Spike, but then lets us know that he's making, what, $250,000 per month? Like, the channel's making 250 G's a month just being a troll on the internet. And he's telling us that he can't afford Spike? Like, what the fuck, man? It just made no sense. But either way, that was the news of this week on internet YouTube drama. And for those who knows about this situation and have been following this news, let me know in the comments below on what your thoughts are on this. Now, next order of business for news is Harley Davidson finally canceling the Evolution Sportster models for next year. And this should not come as a surprise for anybody, especially the ones who've been following my channel, because this has been on the books for many years now. And our brothers and sisters in the European countries and other parts of the world probably have not seen a new Evolution Sportster for a while because of the strict emission standards in Europe, which is why they came out with the Sportster S and the Nightster. But now, finally, in North America and other parts of the world that was still selling the Evolution Sportsters is finally getting the axe. What that means for us is more likely your resale value has gone up in the next few years, and it probably solidifies my decision of keeping my Iron 883. But yeah, I'm a little concerned about the Harley Davidson brand in general because the Nightster and the Sportster S, though it was a fun bike to ride, it just did not give the Harley Davidson vibe, or at least the traditional Harley Davidson vibe that I got accustomed to. It was too much like a metric bike, which comes in at a cheaper price if you look for its competitors. And without the Evolution Sportster models, the entry-level bike that you can buy from Harley Davidson is going to be the Nightster, which is already at $17,000 Canadian. That is expensive for an entry-level bike, because most people, when they're looking for entry-level bikes, it should be revolving around $8,000 to $10,000 US. But yeah, unless Harley Davidson releases a new model that is a lot cheaper than the Nightster with the new Revolution Max engine on it, I think they're going to be in a world of hurt of collecting new riders, and I'm a bit worried about that. And as well, I don't think they have any more budget in the R&D factor, because lately all the new bikes that you see on the Harley Davidson news are bikes that are already designed, manufactured, and all they did was put a new paint job on it, just like the El Diablo Lowrider ST. I mean, it's a good looking bike, but come on, man, like, at least put upgraded shocks on it or something to make it a little bit more upgrade worthy. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you thought about the news of Spike being fired and the cancellation of Evolution Sportster from Harley Davidson. With that said, ride safe, ride prepared, ride on. Peace.